today because, well, hello. So our first order of business is to install officers.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I have to. So
Right.
it's different in October. Every other meeting, it starts with the president running the meeting. So would it be okay if I don't know what we do. Do people just volunteer? You think I would know this by now? This is my 10th one.
Would you please volunteer to be the secretary?
Right? Pam, would you like to continue
the secretary?
with secretary?
Secretary agrees.
Okay, is everyone, and now, is anyone else dying to do the position of secretary? Okay, I hear
I'm
some.
certainly not.
Sue, would you like to continue as president? Or would someone else like to be president?
Yeah, Nedra's first day, she
Yeah.
wants to be president.
I'm perfectly willing to do it unless somebody else is interested.
Okay, so we're gonna leave it at that unless we hear something else. Sally, are you
Yeah.
willing to continue to be vice president?
Yes.
Okay. And Nedra, you're a new trustee. You feel free to step up and say you want one of these positions. Otherwise, we'll put you in as trustee. Okay, the slate, as I understand it, is Sue Culver will be president. Sally Swarzik will be vice president. Pam Donovan will continue to be secretary, and Nedra Eisenberg, welcome to the board. And Pat Samarco, we're gonna have to check on her. She will remain a trustee. Okay, so that was the roll call of members, and I think I'm gonna call, so I called the meeting, we installed the officers. I believe I called the meeting to order, and then it's
You have to
done,
vote
right? Or
on
you
that.
guys have to vote on it?
Yes, we have to vote to.
I'm sorry, I need to go to that parliamentary procedure class. It's being
Yes.
offered. Okay, so is there a motion? I make a motion that is the slate of officers going
Yeah.
forward for
Yeah,
the year October 1st, 2022 through September 30th, 2023. All those in favor?
I,
Opposed? Motion carried. I don't know if that's the way we always do it, but it sounded very official, did it not?
yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so I'm turning the meeting over to you, Sue.
Okay, we don't seem to have any public here.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
we do. Kelsey is here, but she's
I'm
just an
sorry.
observer.
I'm sorry. I was just looking here.
Right. She's observing and we already chatted, so
Is there anything you'd like to say or ask?
Nope, I'm just here to watch, just see how a typical board of trustees meeting is run so that, I can complete my assignment and everything.
Okay, we're gonna
Thank you.
proceed. You'll have another chance at the end of the meeting if you'd like to ask or say something.
Okay, thanks.
The minutes from last meeting? Does anybody have any changes, corrections?
I think I got the dates right this time at least.
I think so.
Sometimes.
And we probably will for at least 6 months. We'll be looking at them carefully.
No, she always gets it together. I was terrible. I did it one night when, I don't know, half the board was absent. It was a disaster. I was like, what? And then I couldn't type it up. I was like, "Oh, no more. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we need a motion probably.
Okay, I move to approve the minutes of last month's meeting.
Sally, you want to second it? I don't know, I feel weird seconding the motions that I typed.
Nedra can, put her on the list.
That's true.
I'll second that.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Oh, she wasn't there though. It might be better if Sally did. I'll shut up.
What am I seconding? I was reading here.
The minutes.
The minutes.
Oh, yes, that's what I was reading. Yes,
Okay,
looks fine. I second the motion.
excellent. The president's report. the only report I have is that I have still not been able to reach anyone for the Whitesboro Museum, and I find that really irritating. I called 2 or 3 different people, and they didn't know any more about it than I do.
Yeah.
And the person, Dana only, I had an email address for her that someone at the Whitesboro offices gave me. And I emailed her 4 times and explained who I was and what we'd like, and I never got any answer. So she may have been on vacation or ill, or maybe their email wasn't right. I don't know, but it was very annoying, I must say. So I was not able to track down any photos of the old library, but we do have some that April found.
We do have
photos for a display for the open house that they're gonna do for the renovations of the Dunham house.
Yeah,
So
back when Dunham House was the only library, that's all there was. And it's kind of interesting for the people that don't realize that or had never seen it, to see the whole library in that little building, so. But couldn't find anything.
According to the Town of Whitestown website, village historian is Judy Malozzi.
Yeah, but I knew her, and she resigned. She either was very ill or ill enough so that she couldn't do it anymore.
it's great when people keep up their websites.
I did look, I looked at all the, anything I could find. It's too
I
bad.
think it doesn't pay well.
No, I'm sure it doesn't. I think it was probably voluntary, but it seems like somebody should be able to go upstairs and unlock the door. Or
Yeah.
a member of the library board to look for a picture.
But somebody ought to at least respond.
I wonder if the town clerk would do that.
Sorry, I'm not gonna help you,
Yeah.
or something.
So I don't know. If the old mayor was a neighbor of mine, if that had been true, I would have just called him and said, open the door so I can look. Anyway, that's it for the president's report. We need to move on to the financial report. The first item is the expenditure and revenue reports for August.
These are the second to last reports for last fiscal year. I think I want to say, there's quite a few resolutions I proposed. Based on what I estimated for the September expenses while doing this report, these items will be overspent, these line items.
Okay.
There's actually one line item, health line, that actually had enough funds to fix all of these. So I guess.
We have to approve them all. I mean, in a group or one by
I think
one?
you can do them in a group.
Okay,
I
think.
would say as
As
attached,
proposed.
right?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
okay, so we need to be approving,
so we need a motion to approve the expenditures and revenue reports, that's what, right?
Yes, so that would be for the August, and then the resolution
And
to
then the
transfer
resolution.
funds would be
Or separate.
separate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, all right, I'll move to the approve the expenditure and revenue reports for August.
Okay, I'll second that.
And then, would somebody like to move to approve the resolutions to transfer money, you're transferring money, right, to even up?
Yes.
Okay. Do we have a motion for that?
I'll make a motion to
Thank you.
approve the transfer of funds. Is that good enough?
Yes, absolutely. Okay,
So hopefully when our audit comes around, we won't have any more to do.
Right,
That would be lovely.
I'll
Fingers
second that,
okay.
okay?
And then we need a motion to approve the abstract of claims dated September 14th to October 11th. Do you have the amount, Pam? I don't
Yeah,
have the-
$224,836.93.
That's the one that was written in, correct?
Yes,
We had an addition at the end of the day.
yeah, that's the written in
Yep.
number.
Yep.
Okay. All right, I will move to approve the abstract of claims from September 14th to October 11th.
Okay.
Is there a
so-
second?
I'll second that.
Okay,
Okay. All right, cool.
and the director's report.
Okay, I just, there were so many things that we did that had to do with everyone, and I need to think about this director's report. We were talking about that on the director list. What is it that we share? And a lot of times there's all these supporting documents, there's data and whatnot, but this is what I came up with this month. So there is a now an adult area, there's an area upstairs for adults to sit and hang out and do a puzzle and read a magazine or look at a newspaper or to talk to each other. And that's in the former staff lounge. So that took a bit of time. And then Jamie and I went up. I said, oh, ladies, we need to go up and look at this. And so we kind of pushed things around and made it function a little more. And so that is helpful. Now we need to just get more people to go up there. That'll be good. There's a nice fern up there. And I do see people up there occasionally. We'll get that moving better. Okay. And irony here. We were short staffed pretty much all since the last meeting because of somebody was out with COVID or where they were exposed or whatever was going on. And then here I am at home. Hopefully we'll run our course. So staff have been working to repurpose the workroom. We're calling it the volunteer workroom. And so Joan Hildebrand was looking through some office supplies and Val was looking at some things, and I pulled Janae down. I said, okay, what are these? You know, we had to identify things because do we still use them? Can we throw them out? Do we give them away? What do we do? It's almost like, well, we're moving, right? We're moving from to another, but do we still use this stuff? And the things that we're keeping, an old microfiche cabinet is being repurposed for office supplies. It's kind of brilliant actually, because microfiche is, they're these little film cases pretty much, and it's great for staplers and all those things. So that's working out. We're moving things along, and hopefully it's going to work well for our book sale volunteers. It's always a struggle to keep the book sale donations in from getting overwhelming. And there was work on that in the last couple, at least in the last week. Christina was trying to get that figured out, rework our donation document, and come up with yet another way, or just to tweak it. It's the same old, you know, we still have to clean things and get it out into the sale. So Christina and Kim are putting some children's programming, because children's programming, it just takes up space. So they're able to use that room, the kitchen cabinets, put some stuff in it. Then when their volunteers come in, they can pull it out of the cupboard and they can work on it, almost like it's a kitchen, you know? And Hobbit Day. Hobbit Day was beautiful. That was the same day that we had our send off to Scott, our former board member. And so I got back and just wonderful things were planned. A door painting, the little Hobbit door, and there were lots of details that went with that. There are a lot of amazing programs. I just happened to see that one and saw how well Val did with that. All right. Mark has been, he's on the call. He's been working on replacing patron computers. He also digitized some of the older documents, that photos that he did that yesterday. So we have those for the open house. Rotary's been going on at the library, and we had our dinner. I mentioned that. The ARPA grant, I remember we were talking about that. That was a COVID delay also, craziness. But they're making some progress with that. And Ryan from CLRC is working with Kathleen from Munson Williams on that. And they're gonna keep me updated, but they're moving forward. We met, Books of Our Lives met, and the puzzle has been finished. We'll have to start a new one. We've had some bank deposits at the Bank of Utica, and we had the Mid-York annual dinner on Thursday. And Pat didn't go to that, but we can edit this. And there's the open house that's ongoing. We've been working on that. And those are the highlights. And we do have always the statistical data of who attended which worksheets and whatnot. And I can forward those on later. Okay, so I guess that's it for now.
Okay. Before we move on, I have a question for Shar. Am I signing these with the yellow tags?
Sorry. Yes, the yellow tags are the second signatures. There's a lot of tags today.
Okay, so I'm just signing the bottom line.
Yes, because April, you're gonna come in and sign the other check.
I will. What time you want me there?
And what about the green ones?
The green ones are for April
Okay.
specifically.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't want to be signing the wrong thing.
Like-
Whatever time.
10 o'clock-ish. We'll talk later. I'll text
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Okay, we are on to old business.
I don't know. I guess we've been talking. I don't have anything specific.
Okay, and new business, we have 2 items, the tax cap referendum and professional development day.
Okay, the tax cap referendum we do every year at this time because we just don't know how it'll all hash out. So all I've done is change the dates from the last year's tax cap override resolution and put in today's date and what will be the next year that we would have a budget. So
Okay,
I would encourage you to, because we might end up with a 2.02% increase and we couldn't do that. You know what I mean? Or it
Yeah.
might be 3, or we don't know. We don't know what to anticipate a whole year ahead of time.
okay, so we need to approve that tax cap resolution as it stands, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll move that we approve the tax cap referendum statement for next year, right?
Yeah, 2023 to 2024 budget
23
year.
to 24.
It's crazy. to do it
know.
so far ahead.
It is hard to think that far
Yeah,
ahead.
okay, do we have a second?
I'll
second.
Okay, go ahead, Nedra.
So here I am going, Shar, do you, or whoever wants to answer this question, we have to make an adjustment and it's not on here. Due to the fact that minimum wage went up more than we anticipated. It seems to have always been 70 cents and it went up $1. So it affected our salary schedule. And Shar ran some numbers and basically there were four people that wouldn't have been
Right.
making minimum wage based on that salary schedule.
Mhm.
And so there were 2 people that were hired last year and their salary or their not salary, but their hourly wage had to be increased. And then the 2 people that were hired most recently this year, and since they were only hired a couple months ago, we were just going to put them in at what we thought would be minimum wage, and it wasn't enough. And we have a full-time page and it just wasn't looking right. So based on the fact that she is a full-time person, but the increase that was given to part-time people to try to keep up with this minimum wage so that people aren't making less than minimum wage. Anyway, a percentage increase was added. So Shar has a printout. It's a little confusing, but basically that it's less than $1,000 difference
Yes.
than it was last year. Please speak up, Shar, if I'm not making any sense. I think it was $750 was the increase. Is that true?
Yes, that's what it is. Yep.
And it will most likely work its way out by the end of the year.
So
So I would encourage you to approve the edit, I guess, is that what we would call it, to the salary schedule, to the modification due to the increase in minimum wage I don't know, Pam, make that sound pretty.
I'll move to approve the modification of the salary schedule to accommodate the increase in the minimum wage.
Oh, yes,
That
I
sounds
couldn't
beautiful.
remember all that. I'll second.
So that might go under old business. Don't know. I don't know if that's old, new, whatever.
It's fine under new.
Okay, now the professional development day really isn't, I don't have anything that to bring forth. I was supposed to have more done by now. I don't know what happened. I just know I need to have one. We need to have, I think we had one scheduled for last year and I want to say it was postponed due to some reason. So we had our normal one for basic life support. So we did have that back in January, but it would be good to have something. So I guess that's just an FYI, and it probably could have just been part of the director's report. So I don't know if that has to be part of the agenda. I just want you to know that I want to do one this year. And
Right.
usually we do something in January.
Okay.
So there's nothing to vote on.
April, when is that library conference that you plan to go to?
That's the first like Thursday in November.
Oh, okay, so you'll be well enough. We assume.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I mean, I doubt I test negative right this minute, but no, I'll be fine. I mean, I have
So-
Yeah, you got
nothing
weeks
knows. I'm
before.
not,
Yeah, I'd forgotten what the date was.
Yeah.
yeah.
Certainly there, I read some online, a little bit of what was going on there. There's a lot of interesting things, and it seems like maybe something from that would be worthwhile to.
Right, there you
for
go.
staff Development.
I love it. Yes, we do need to bring something. I mean, there's so much going on that we should talk about. And the fact that we also, I'd like to have maybe, I'm just yapping away here. I'd like to have maybe a building committee meeting again too, which would encompass all of you. I know that our school business official was on vacation until today. And I was going to try to find out where to go with this. It's one of those, we have to start somewhere. I know Sally
Right.
knows about bonding, but we
Yep.
still have to figure that out. We met like 2 or 3 years ago. I know when Susanna was with us, and I know Sue,
Yeah.
you were in this meeting, and I want to say we may have had, I know Sally obviously was in the conversation. So we have to figure the details out. So that's,
The library does not have, well, this is how it was then. I suppose things could change, but the library does not have the authority to have a bond.
Right.
So you have to turn the library over to the school district,
yes.
saying that when the bond is finished, you're taking back your library. But
Do you recall how long, it's like a bond is like a mortgage, yeah?
it's like 10, 20 years. I forget. I want to say 20 years.
That makes sense. And I'm sure I can find it. It's in the safe and it shows all of that when we got it back. So I can look it up.
Right.
Okay, well we have to have that conversation if that's something that's going to be on the ballot in May. I have been talking to the architect about things as far as having just I don't know if you call it schematic drawings, but something that so the public would know an idea of what we're thinking about. And I said that I'd like to think about, I don't know if we'll do this, but the idea that it could hold solar panels and things of that nature when it happens or something like it. So, because, the electric bill's a lot and we've got a lot of roof surface. I have looked into electronic car charging stations because I don't know if there'll be more money this year, but at the very least next year it would fit into construction grant. So we want to look into some of those ways of doing building construction that will save us money by being more environmentally friendly.
Mhm.
So she's Julia, our architect, is going to be drawing up something that, I mean, it's not everything, with everything, the details aren't there, but just some kind of idea, because we would like to have that, and maybe we need to have a meeting to hash out a few of the changes, if there are any, so.
When were you
I will
thinking-
be emailing to see
When were
when
you
a good
thinking
time.
of building committee meeting?
I don't know, when is a good time for you? Do you want to hash that out now? Or should we finish our meeting and hash it out?
Yeah, no, I just wondered if you meant we should do it soon or,
I think soon
okay,
would be good. I'm looking, I don't know if I can figure that out with my current situation here. I could look at my calendar. And I mean, I could meet the week of the 17th. I could meet the 17th, 18th. Or the 21st. That would be Monday, Tuesday, or Friday. Or,
October.
Mhm.
yep, or the 24th,
I can't the
it's
24th,
a Monday.
not in the evening anyway.
Oh, we could, I think, if
Be
we
in the
could do it during
daytime,
the
the
day, I
daytime.
don't know what people's obligations are during the day.
Daytime's good.
Yeah, daytime's okay for me.
Is that good for you, Nedra?
Depends on the day and the time.
All right, you tell us then, apparently.
Yep. Thursdays, actually Fridays are good. Mondays are good.
No,
Best
well, I'm
days.
free on the 17th and the 24th. Is that good for
Okay.
anybody else?
That's fine for me.
Hmm.
I
How
know
about we go with
the,
the 24th, just to give me a little
Yeah.
time to
24th.
get my ducks in a row. At like 10,
October.
what
Yeah.
time? 10, 11,
10,
2,
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock? 10 o'clock on the 24th. Look at us.
Got it.
Okay, 10 o'clock on the
It's
24th.
just, let's just get it started, right? And we might
Yeah.
not accomplish
Yeah.
anything besides get in the same room and get a plan.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm
love it.
putting it down under announcements. Is that
yeah,
okay with
good place,
everybody?
good.
Beautiful.
Okay, that was the announcements. Any more announcements? Communications?
I don't think so.
is anybody going to that legislative breakfast on Wednesday? I don't know, the 20th or something?
How'd I miss that?
No.
No.
I got a nice, a nice photograph invitation. Maybe it came through Mid-York, I don't know, but you certainly should have gotten one then.
Yeah,
But
I'm going to
Got
leather
something, but
stocking
I
with
didn't-
Christina.
It didn't
But-
interest me.
it's just such a good photograph. That's what struck me. I wonder who did it. It's just so,
Where is the
Clear.
administrative breakfast, or is it a virtual?
no, it's at New Hartford Public Library on Wednesday. They're closed on Wednesdays. Who knew?
Huh,
They're closed on Wednesdays. They're open on
oh,
Sunday.
because they're open on Sunday.
Well, whatever, they're closed on Wednesday,
So that's the 19th then? Is the
I
Wednesday?
guess.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, there's a DAC meeting. Interesting. All right,
Any-
I
any
will write
other-
that down.
Any other communications? We have more time, one more slot for public comment. Kelsey, any questions or comments?
No questions, just, thank you so much for letting me sit in and listen in on your meeting.
Open to the public. You don't have to, we didn't let you sit in. I mean, we're happy to have you, but it's certainly open to the public.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay. Look at us accomplishing so much in a short amount of time.
Okay, I'm glad you were able to come, Kelsey. Executive session?
No.
No.
Mhm.
Okay, can we have a motion to adjourn?
I so move.
Okay.
I'll
Thank
second.
you
right,
all.
and Second, and we're adjourning at 6:30.
Wow, record time.
Yeah.
6:32 on my
37.
computer.
Two.
Oh, you're right.
That was on.
Well, oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Thank-
5 minutes. Why
Well,
not?
that number 7 is really close to that minute.
Yeah, wait a minute,
That's the
you
problem.
Or I was-
Okay, I'm gonna sign off.
All right,
Okay.
sayonara.
Thank you.
All right, take
Goodbye.
care, everybody.